All right, so let's construct a truth table for statement involving a condition. So let's have an example. Construct a truth table for P and Q or not P implies not P. So in the given compound compound statement, we have two letters, the P and Q. So we'll construct a truth table for P and Q. For P, we have the long true, the long false, and the alternate true, false, true, false. So let's have first not P. So it's my first not P. So we're going to negate our P. So the not true that is false, not true that is false, not false that is true, and not false that is true. And then we will have Q or not P, Q or not P. So we have this junction for or. So if one of the statements is true, then it's true. True or false, that is true. False or false, that is false. True or true, that is true. False or true, that is true. And then we will have P and Q or not P. So we'll have P and this compound statement using conjunction and. And for n, if one of the statements is false, then it's false. True and true, that is true. True and false, that is false. False and true, that is false. False and true, that is false. So we're done with this part. So we'll have implication, not P. This one, so P and Q or not P implies not P. So this one implies not P. Okay, this one implies not P. True implies false, that is false. False implies false. Consequences. I mean, the antecedent and consequence are both false, so it's true. False implies true, the consequence is true, so it's true. False implies true, that is. So that this is the truth table for the given statement. All right. Right. For an equivalent form of the conditional, P implies Q that is equivalent to not P or Q. When we say again equivalence, two statements are equivalent if the truth values P implies is the same with the truth values for not Q. So if we want to prove that using truth table, so we have two statements, the P and Q. So let's construct the table. So we have true, true, false, false, true, false, true, false. So let's find P implies Q. So magiging false lang naman ang conclusion if your consequent is false. But if both of them are false, then it's so true implies true, that is true. True implies false, it's false. False implies true, that is true. False implies false, that is true. And then let's have not P. Let's get the negation of our P. So not true, that is false. Not true, that is false. Not false, that is true. That is true. And then disjunction, not P or Q. Not P or Q. So for disjunction, or if one of the statements is false, if one of the statements is true, then it's true. False or true, it's true. False or false, that is false. True or true, that's true. true or false, that is P implies Q, that is equivalent to not P, Q, since they have the same truth values. Alright, so let's have another example. Write each of the following in its equivalent disjunctive form. The given is in if-then form. We will write the given in its equivalent disjunctive form. So given this in implication, P implies Q, we're going to write in this form, not P or Q. Letter A, if I could play the guitar, I would join the band. So the given is in implication or in if then. So our antecedent is I could play the guitar, and our consequent I would join the band. So not P, we're going to negate our antecedent. The negation of if I could play the guitar. So our answer is if. No, there's no if. Not P, so I cannot. I cannot play the guitar. Or I could not play the guitar. I cannot play the guitar. And we have or I would. I would join the band. Okay, that is the answer. That is the equivalent disjunctive form for letter A. And for letter B, the given is if Cam Newton cannot play, then his team will lose. So this is again in this form, if then form in implication. So how are we going to write it into its equivalent disjunctive form? So we're going to negate P. So the negation of this. So we're going to remove cannot. So it can. Cam Newton can play. And then or his team will lose. Okay, that's it. The negation of the conditional, we have, it is not true that P implies Q, that is equivalent to P and not Q. So again, we have here equivalent. So it means that the truth table of the negation of the conditional is equivalent to P and not Q. So when we construct a truth table, so let's show that they are equivalent. So we have again P and Q. So let's construct true, false, and true, false, true, false. Let's have first P implies Q. So true implies true, that is true. True implies false, since the consequence is false, so it's false. And the rest are true. Then let's get the negation of this. Not P implies Q. So not true, that is false. Not false, is true. Not true, that is false. Not true, that is false. And let's have P and Q. So let's not first, not Q. We're going to negate Q. Not true, that is false. Not false, that is true. Not true, that is false. Not false, that is true. And then we'll have P and not Q. P and not Q. This one, sorry, P and not Q. True. So we have conjunction, true and false. So for conjunction, if one of the statements is false, then it's true and false, that is false. True and true, that is true. False and false, that is false. False and true, that is false. So this one, they have the same truth values. So therefore, they are equivalent statements. Next, write the negation of each conditional statement. So we're going to write the given conditional statement into this form. They are in the negation of the conditional. We're going to write in this form, P and not Q. So if they pay me, letter A, if they pay me the money, I will sign the contract. If they pay me the money, I will sign the contract. So we're going to write the conjunction of the antecedent and the negation of the consequence. The conjunction of the antecedent, we will have, so we'll write this, they pay me, which is the P, they pay me the money, and we use and we're going to negate our consequent, and I will. So we're going to negate, I will sign the contract, so the negation of that, and I will not, or I do not sign the contract. Okay. Next, if the lines are parallel, then they do not intersect. If the lines are parallel, then they do not intersect. So when we write again in this form, P and not Q, so we will write our antecedent, the lines are parallel. The lines are parallel. And we use conjunction, so and we negate our consequent, negate this. And they intersect. Okay, the lines are parallel and they intersect.